So good evening, everyone. This is Debbie Wetzler. I'm in Maryland right now. Um, and David is in New York coming home, and his flight has been postponed for about 3 hours so far. Not sure because of the sheer winds that we had, and they're having up and down the East Coast. It's been pretty bad. And it looks like somebody's logging in. Um, anyway, so if I see him on here, I will let him say hi for a few minutes. But I haven't seen him yet. So I just wanted to tell everybody that. Welcome to the team phone call. It is a pleasure to be with all of you every single week. It's a pleasure to work with you and to see your successes and to talk with you and hear stories every day about what this product has done for people and hear the amazing results that people have gotten with this product. This is our team phone call where we work together as a team, where everybody gets to meet each other and see each other on Zoom. It's kind of like looking at the Brady Bunch. We also get to meet new people. We get to do recognition for anyone who's done anything incredible, rank advancements. We try to do fast forwards, and we're about to come to the end of the Ascent qualification. That's in another few days, so we'll be announcing the winners. People keep moving up in rank and with the 4th and 5th places and things. So that's a wonderful thing. We should have a great number of people at the Ascent. That's going to be in beautiful Cancun, Mexico at a beautiful resort in June. And that's for bronze through platinum associates. And you'll see some diamonds and stuff on the list at this point, but they started as platinums, and as they went up in rank, they were still included in the Ascent. Once you get past platinum, you're not really eligible, but you can pay your way to go there if you are a diamond. So that's what many of us will be doing, to hang with our team and to talk to people. It's one of the best things you can do for your business, to go down with all the leaders and to talk to people, to get their thoughts, the way they run their business. We're always listening to other people. We're always getting new and exciting ways to think about things. And that's one of the best ways you can do it in a very, very casual situation. You'd be hanging out at the pool with them or having a drink with them or something like that, and just being able to talk to the leaders. So, and we still have a few days yet so that you can be bronze. We have till the end of this week to qualify. And if you qualify as bronze with at least 500 points of an enrollment pack, then you would be invited. And you can choose if you want to go then or not. So it's exciting. And I know there's some people still in the running for getting there. So I'd like to start off tonight by having a couple of testimonials. We have some new exciting testimonials, and we had 2 people who wanted to share them. So I'm going to start with Adrian, who was texting David and I this morning. She has a professional dancer daughter who's had quite an experience, but I don't know what it is. So Adrian, are you there?
I don't see her on, Debbie, yet. Maybe she'll pop on. So maybe
Okay.
go to the next testimonial.
All right. Okay. The other person who wanted to share with us is Tina. Her son was having a major success, and so I'll ask if Tina is on.
Hey, Debbie, I think she's getting on in the next couple of minutes. She just texted me, but she's had some amazing success. I really want her to talk about her success with Logan.
All right. Okay, so I have another new person, and this would be something interesting if she would be okay to talk, because this is brand new to her. Angel Sun is a new associate of mine, and she got to go to Trish Schwinkler's event in Los Cabos last Saturday, and I have yet to be able to talk to her. Something happened on Sunday. Angel, can you tell us a little bit about it, and if you got to meet Trish, and was it a good event?
Yes. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Angel.
Everyone. Yes, it was actually really amazing event. And I met some team members of us. Kelly, I met her there. And yeah, that's the first time I seen Trish. And he's very well spoken. And let me see. So my biggest takeaway from her speaking was she said, well, a lot of people say treat your network marketing business like your like a business, but I would say treat your network marketing business as a job, because a lot of people, and she said, well, think about this. If you don't go to if you don't go to work, then what's going to happen? You're not going to pay, right? And you are probably going to get fired. So same thing happened to network marketing. A lot of people say, oh, I'm in network marketing business for a year or 2 years or many, many years. How come I don't make as much progress as you've done or you did? Sorry, wrong grammar. And it's my second language. Anyway, and so she said, well, my goal, I set it for myself, which is I tell myself I have to talk to two new people, my own people, at least two people a day. And if I talk to my 10 new people, which are referred by, her team member, not directly sponsored by her, then I don't need to talk to my new people. But if I don't talk to as many as 10 other associates, referrals, then I have to go speak to two new people every single day, every day myself. And she said, well, I ran out of people, and in the beginning it was great. In the beginning, 1, 2, 3 months, and I have a lot of people that I can talk to. But how about if I run out of people? She said, I go to supermarket, I go to the mall, I go to talk to any new people, and everybody she has this 3 feet rule, which is anybody away from you 3 feet, and you're gonna talk to them. I'm still practicing that. Sometimes you're not in a good mood, and sometimes you probably feel
Well,
like,
if you're new
that
into
person
network
looks
marketing,
weird.
that takes nerve. But yes, go ahead.
Sometimes you might think, oh, that person looks weird, I don't feel like talking to them. But don't prejudge.
Right.
You just never know. And I think if we will find the most successful people in this business, they are always complimenting. They're very open to talk to new people. And I think I'm getting that idea. And, while I'm practicing these days, and I think it will be really helpful. You never know. You may just talk to somebody randomly, and they might be a big fan of a CA in the future. What else? And also, Trish spoke about, she said, well, I'm listening to all these charge up calls every day, and some people just bringing up new methods, or their new ways of doing things. I guess Trish is a big fan of talking to people in person. I think either one-on-one, but she's a big fan of really just taking the time with the new people or new prospects, and I think she really honor this kind of face-to-face energy. Maybe that's the reason of her success. That's why she said, well, but if you have your own way, or if you find any ways that work for you, then you gotta stick with that way. And if you listen to other people say other things, and forget about it. that was her motion.
Yeah, pick a system and stay with that one. Yes.
Yes. I found that's really helpful, because I'm still learning. I'm fairly new, and I realized sometimes, okay, I jump from here to there and to there, and well, after I listen to Trish, I know, okay, it's not good. Yeah, and Trish also, she's very honest, candid person. She said, well, I'm very unsophisticated. I just go talk to them. Don't worry about being perfect. You get better and better and better, while you practice more. And I can tell she's very, very down to earth. So I think her way of success, that's also something I learned. I think the people who get the biggest success here in this industry, I realize succeed because they have massive action putting into their daily routine.
Yes.
And it's just really about, also Eric Ward say, you learning by doing. So yeah, I think I really learned, which is, I think it's my biggest problem. I just keep learning, product knowledge. Well, you need to know that. But sometimes I always worry, okay, I have to be perfect, or I can't mess up. This is somebody I knew. But Trish said, well, this is the biggest obstacle that people found when they're doing this business, is because they
They
can't.
think they have to be perfect, and you don't.
Yes, and also they can really face the ups and downs in this business. Once you practice more, then you just get super used to it, then you don't care about it anymore. This is just like a consultant's job. We just giving advice and try our best to educate people and collect their decisions, and we
Right.
just
So what did
detach from it.
real
Yes.
quickly, so we can move on? What did your guest? I'm going to call you after this call, but what did your guests think about it? Did they take it well?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I brought 3 people to this event, and I'm very happy they actually, went with me. And I have one preferred customer sign up. He is someone I thought he would never be interested. He was just a driver that day, but he actually listened, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to try the products." And I was not being pushy. I would just say, "Yeah, do whatever you want." And so he said, "Okay, I'm going to try the products first." So he signed up as a preferred customer.
I can't find my boarding pass, so I figured, well, let me find my driver's license first, because that would be good. Because it's probably with my driver's license.
David.
Silverman.
Silverman.
Yeah. Is that true?
Yeah, Silverman.
Go. Well, I got this ID. I'll look for my driver's license. Hope I find it.
Go ahead. I don't know. He must have hit unmute. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
Anyway, and then we're going to get our guests are on that had the testimonials. So.
Yeah. So basically the result is I have other 2 friends. I'm going to do a follow-up with them to see, what do they think, because they left because they had something else. So they left right away after the presentation.
Okay.
But yeah, I had 1 sign up. So that was great.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And I know Kelly Gearhart and Francine were there, and they got to meet you also.
Yes.
Trish?
That was wonderful. I'm sorry?
Did you get to meet Trish?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Okay.
I did.
Wonderful.
Thank you for introducing me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. I will call you after this.
Okay, great. Sounds beautiful.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, I had called on Tina earlier, and Mike has texted me that Tina is now on the phone. And again, Tina is one who's had is having major success on the product. Her son is. So, Tina, are you there now?
There. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I started my son Logan, who's very complicated. Started him on Thursday. He is severely autistic, a mood disorder, severe anxiety, and just multiple mood issues. And he panics to the point of a full-blown panic attack when the vacuum cleaner runs. And we started him on the product on Thursday. On Friday, he belly laughed at the vacuum cleaner at school, crawled up on the vacuum cleaner and helped vacuum at school. And then on Saturdays, he video chats with his father. I always have to hold the phone and participate in the conversation. This weekend, on Saturday, he held the phone the entire time and was focused in on the call. He got mad at me when I took the phone away, and he's been engaging and interacting with my dog, which is the first time he's done that since May. He was crawling in her crate, hugging her and loving her, and it's been amazing.
So you're seeing some great results. That's fabulous.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And I know people will ask you, and how old is he and how much are you giving him?
He's 17, and I'm giving him the 2 ounces a day, twice a day.
Okay. All right. And that's perfect. Again, it doesn't matter how much you give. I mean, you can give them even more sometimes if you, sometimes we've gone up in the amount we've given people with that kind of a condition. And
Okay.
it's helped even more because it can't hurt it. Can't hurt him.
Mhm.
But it's good that you've started him on 4 ounces, and that's so wonderful that he's having such great results and being able to concentrate and things now. That's wonderful. I think you'll just keep seeing improvement.
Hope so.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Tina.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We had one other person who was going to give a testimonial. I don't know if they're on yet. Adrian? I don't know, Felicia, if you've seen her. I don't think I see her listed.
She's trying to get on with her phone, and what I'll do is I'll put it in the chat bar when she's able to get on. She's having some problems.
Okay.
Okay. She's trying though.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to go now to, I would love to do some recognition. So I'm going to share my screen very quickly. And so these are people who have gone up in rank, and you go up in rank, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later. You go up in rank by engaging people, creating interest, doing something like Angel did, taking them to an event, getting them on a three-way phone call, letting somebody else tell them about this and educate them. Then they decide to sign up and become an associate, and they might want to share it, they might not. And again, we're going to talk about some of this stuff later. So if they become an associate and then they've signed up 2 people, one on the left side and one on the right side, they become a director. So I'd like to congratulate our new directors and our team for the past 2 weeks at this point. Gio Lee, Esther Shapiro, Latita Tritchett, Nicole Janot, Adam Copenhagen, Rylas Shafla, and Esteban Orbegazo, new directors. Now, once they're a director and those people keep ordering and maybe some other people come in to the organization, they will eventually get to 300 points on one side and 300 points on the other, and then they're a new Director 300. So congratulations to all of our new Director 300s for the past 2 weeks. Joan Carlin, Jesse Rice, David Weinstein, Ellen Bethel, James Gabriel, Emil Santan Tiburcio. Then again, you're a director and you gather 700 points on one side and 700 points on the other. And this is through people ordering product, and you get this all in 1 week. So our new Director 700s this week: Wilson Chan, Daeho Hugh, Zhang Yong Liu, Exton, EC Skin, Nidan Luo, Wei Quan Liao, Heidi Straub, Nataga Nielsenbone, Michelle Cal, Carla Falkenstein, Chetna Sharma, Ashley Blas, Tim and Diane Young, and Nancy Torres, who I believe is on this phone call. Congratulations, new Director 700s. Then we had 2 new executive ranks, and again, we're going to go over this a little bit later. New bronze executive, Naomi Brand, and new silver executive, Julie Jordan and Pat Martin. So we want to congratulate and say congratulations to everybody on this list for sharing the product, and this means they're working and they're sharing it. And we look forward to seeing more of your successes. I I didn't know if Kelly, since I gave Angel a little bit of time, did Kelly want to say anything about Trisha's big event? Since we don't have that many people out in the California area, in that area that went.
Yeah, it was a really good event. My first Super Saturday for both Francine and I was excited to meet Angel because we had been chatting both here and texting each other. And,
Perfect. Great.
got a chance to meet a few other people in the Bay Area, so we exchanged some information. And they're going to have a couple more meetings in the Redwood City area, which is actually closer than Los Altos for us. So
Great.
today it was really nice to make that connection and then get to meet Trish. And she actually had about 12 of us go up and give testimonials. We didn't know we were going to be doing that. She came by, chatted with each of us, and she called our names, and we all went up there.
Perfect.
It was a really good meeting. Really enjoyed it, and I agree with the things that Angel talked about. Some of the highlights of Trisha's talk really was impactful for me too. I just really, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes.
So yeah,
she does keep it simple, and yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always possible. I mean, Angel pointed out that, she liked to meet people in person. I think we all do, and we do when we can. The problem or the issue is sometimes, I don't want to say problem, is that I know people all over the United States. I've lived in many places, and I couldn't always be in front of them. So this is why I love Zoom. It's kind of like almost
Zoom is
being
wonderful.
there.
Yeah.
So I do it both ways, Zoom and in person.
Yeah, I love Zoom too because we're getting to know each other here, and then we got to meet you, and we added a vision. Right. It was like Debbie. So
exactly.
Yeah, looking forward to convention in September too.
Absolutely, where you get to meet more people.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. I'd like now, I'm going to call on Susan Moore. This morning, bright and early, Susan Moore got up. This is being dedicated. One of the fastest growing people, well, the third fastest growing person in the company at this point is Danny Doyle. He's an incredible man. He has an incredible story. This product virtually saved his life. Because of that, he's made it his mission to tell as many people as he can. He's the third fastest growing. His intention, I've heard, is to beat Trish and everybody else. We'll see. Trish is pretty competitive, but to be that. And in his organization is a man named Malcolm Sword, who's had a ton of network marketing experience. And he's gone up and come back down and lost money and gained money and stuff like that. But Sue called us about a phone call that he was on, and I'd like for Sue to talk about that because it was an incredible phone call. And then I will tell you how you can access that. So Sue, do you want to tell us how you woke up at 4 today and listened to him?
Yeah. Actually, I got up at 3:40 because I know sometimes these calls get filled up and you can't get on. So I got up and put the computer on at 3:40 to make sure that I could get on. I wasn't sure how we would get the recording or if we would, and I didn't want to risk missing it because I've heard he's so good. And he's fabulous. When you get the opportunity to hear this recording and to watch this, please do it about 3 times. I've listened to it twice now. It did run an hour and 22 minutes. We weren't done until 5:22. So take your time and get a lot of paper to write with. I took pages and pages and pages of notes, but I hope you know shorthand because the man talks fast. He tried to slow down, but once he gets wound up, he goes right back into his fast mode. But it was remarkable. He's been in the business, he mentioned, since 1992. And as Debbie mentioned, he's had some ups and some real downs. And when he found ASEA, he was extremely down. And he'll explain all that. And I don't want to take any thunder from him, but he talks about 2 ways to build your business, either on the product or by building a business on the people. And one way is fast and one way is slow. And one of the things that I took away from this is even for those who are not at this point extremely interested in building a mega business of their own, all of these points are very significant in just how to properly introduce this to people, to enroll them for their own sake, so they get the opportunity to have the product and they get the opportunity to the business if that's what they would like, even if you're not really what you would call a business builder. But he certainly is, and he gives you 6 vital points to building your business and to approaching people, and they're amazing. He'll give you 15 recommended books to read, and as he mentioned, probably like most of the rest of us, he gets them on Audible, and he listens to things while he's driving the car and while he's doing different things, so he can be productive and be listening and reading at the same time. As Debbie and David have been telling us for over a year that I know of, your biggest promoters have the biggest organizations, and the more people you take with you to these big events and even the smaller events, the faster you're going to build your organization. He says some of the key points is to listen and to read. Listen to as many of the calls as you possibly can. Listen to as many webinars as you can, and read these books that he's recommending. He says you can start out for 15 minutes a day and build up. If you want to move fast, do at least an hour a day, in his estimation. But he stresses that to please remember, you're not a salesperson. You're not selling anything, that you're developing an organization. And if you go to it with that approach, then you're going to find people who are looking to develop an organization as opposed to only consumers, which the people who want to develop an organization, who want to build a business, are the ones who are going to build your business. So, and a lot of what he talks about is how long it takes depends on how fast you personally grow in your own personal development. And he talks a great deal about your own personal development and what you need to do with your attitude and your psychology to get where you want to go. And he's got a lot of great ideas on how to approach this. Obviously, they're great ideas because he's just taking names in the business real fast. And I think he might give Trish a run for her money, but because I think he's a little competitive too. But it was a fabulous call this morning. I had intended to go back to sleep and take a nap afterwards, but after what I heard, there was no sleeping. That was all over with. I was up for the rest of the day. So I probably won't be up long after this call tonight, but it was absolutely well worth getting up in the middle of the night.
Well, as I said, I'm going to show you this. I will take you into Facebook here.
And Sue, it's David. Can you guys hear me?
Hi, David.
We heard you
Hi,
before
Sue.
talking about your driver's license and your other form of transportation.
I know, I found it, but I've been here for 4 hours and I had 3 margaritas. So, Sue,
Yes.
tell everybody what your background is, if you would.
My background started out my life as a dental hygienist. Then I went into safety and occupational health, working in military hospitals. Now I'm retired beekeeper and motorcycle rider. And apparently not as retired as I thought, because ASEA is getting really busy.
That's great. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I was just with Sue down in Virginia. What am I saying?
Norfolk.
Norfolk. So I went to Debbie's Diamond Club, which is a Facebook team page for just our team. And so any of you can either ask to join or I can add you, whatever. But on this page is where I posted Malcolm Sword's brilliant call. And he will start with, just so you know, 80% of you building this business depends on your vision and your dream. And that's what he will go into the most. And it's very, very, very important because he said you'll have the good, the bad, and the ugly days. The good days are great. The bad days are bad. The ugly days is when everybody turns you down and you just have no idea why you're even thinking about doing this business. And the only thing that will get you past the fear and the nagging of why are you doing this is your dream and your vision. And you can start with small ones. When he was totally broke, as Sue was saying, and his immediate goals, because he could not even get past $100 a month to begin with, because he was that broke, was just to buy a new pair of shoes and to buy something else that was very cheap. Oh, a new laundry basket. Those were his dreams to begin with. So you can start little for wherever you are. I loved what Joyce Gladstone said on the Charge Up call the other day. She said, if you're feeding the cows, you've got to bring the hay down to where they can eat it. So if you're talking to someone who's completely broke, don't start talking about six figures and making six figures. That is not even in their realm of thinking. They can't get past what Malcolm Sword was talking about. So I would suggest that anyone, and I mean anyone who's serious about building their business, to listen to this phone call. It was that good. He goes over the 6 steps to building a large ASEA organization. If anyone can tell you how to do that, Malcolm Sword is one. And he got ideas, and he's talked to Danny Doyle, and he's got them from, we all kind of think in the same way. The leaders, the diamonds and stuff are all kind of on the same page. So please listen. He's just kind of condensed it into 6 steps. And it's a brilliant call, and you can click on it right there. And I can also send out the link in an email if you'd like it. So,
Hey, Debbie.
Yes.
I know we're sort of backing up toward testimonials, but Adrienne is on the call now, and she is that phone number that ends in, it's a 410 number, and it ends in 1520.
Can she unmute herself?
Is that a *6? How do you unmute on the phone?
It's the
Can
same
you
as
hear
I,
me?
I unmuted
Oh,
her.
there she is.
Hello?
Hi, Adrienne. Would you like to go over your testimonial with us?
Sure. I'm just really happy. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
Okay, great. I'm just happy to be on the call. Felicia always invites me, but I have training every Monday for another project that I'm working on. And today I was able to get on. But I just wanted to share that I'm new to ASEA. I'm kind of like the gentleman who said he's been in network marketing, been up and down and up and back down. And so my circle of influence is not great. But I took ASEA with me to Chicago. My daughter is a professional dancer. And I told her, I said, I really want you to try this product. They were performing a 2-hour recital with no breaks. And I said, I think this will help you. And she said, oh, Mom, you always have something for me to try. What is it now? I said, would you just try it? And she did reluctantly and went on to dance that night. And later on that evening after the performance, she said, Mom, what was in that? Because I mentally know where my blocks are when we get to the end of the performance. I mentally know how to talk myself through my tiredness. And she said, I didn't get tired at all. So that just was such a milestone for me because I just have to work so hard. I've tried so many products and sold so many things that this is something that I think is just easy when people try it and they have their own experiences, and it kind of sells itself. So I told Felicia I was really, really pleased because my daughter is a skeptic. She is a skeptic through and through. And so we're talking to her about the athletic track and having her sign up for that. And that's it.
Debbie is muted.
Debbie, you're muted.
Thank you for being on the phone call tonight. We're glad that you got to join us, and thank you for the testimonial. That's wonderful. I know that there's not too many people who aren't skeptical when they first start. I don't think I've run into anybody so far who hasn't been, to varying degrees. But So I'm glad she at least tried it and was open-minded enough to do that. It's wonderful. I'm going to move on, since it's 8:35 at this point, to see if there's anybody new on the phone call. And we're going to have them briefly go over who they are and why they took a look at ASEA, if there's anyone new on.
Debbie, this is Raj. How are you, Debbie? I was driving all the way from New
Okay,
York.
hi, Raj.
How are you? We have a Devinder Bhatia, DP Bhatia, on the line today. He joined today, and he was last night with Dr. David seminar. So he joined today, and I think he can open the. He's on. I know that call if he can talk.
Okay, his name is what, Raj? I didn't hear.
The DP Bhatia.
DP, okay.
Bhatia. 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 That's the last name, Bhatia.
Okay.
So I don't know if he can. He is on the call and he can come. I unmute it. Let me see. Ask him. It's all right. So if not, might be next time. Sorry for that.
Okay. I was going to say I didn't see his name here. All right. Does anyone else have anyone new? Or is anybody new there who would like to introduce themselves?
Debbie, can you hear me? It's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Debbie. So I have an associate who's actually been involved for a while, but I think this is the first time she's been on this call. And I'm hoping she can hear me. I just found her. D. Road, can you hear me and unmute yourself and introduce yourself to the group? I don't know if you can unmute her.
Yes, I just unmuted her. So Dee, hi.
Hi there.
Do you live in Virginia with Sarah?
No, I live in Florida, Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, very nice. You're at least warm. Tell us a little, just a tiny bit about yourself and why you looked at ASEA.
Well, I had gotten with ASEA, Sarah and ASEA up in Virginia before I left,
Okay.
and I had been taking it personally to help me with my own, health, and so I ended up moving down to Pensacola, which is where I'm from, and now I've come to a point where I can get serious about building a business. And I will tell you that I count my blessings every day that I ran into Sarah, because she is a phenomenal leader. And she's such a great support system to all of us that's in her group. And I, like I said, I'm now have been, I'm at a point where I can start getting serious about building the business. We have Julie from the group she's in Pensacola, but ASEA is, it's not a product recognized here in Pensacola. It doesn't have very much exposure. So we have great potential at building a business here. And so that's where I'm at right now.
That's fabulous. And yes, you have a great, great, great leader and mentor in Sarah. She knows so much, and she's such a great person with a great heart and a great spirit. So I'm very happy.
Got it.
That's right. I know.
You got it. You described her perfectly. And like I said, I feel very, very fortunate to have her as in the positions he's in, and my relationship under her to build the business. I think things look very bright.
Wonderful. And yes, there's room for expansion in almost every city at this point still. But you could own part of Florida, that's for sure. That would be great.
Hi, Debbie.
And yes, and David. Yes, hang on just a second. And David's down there. We'll be doing some meetings down in Florida this week. I don't know how close they are, but some people.
No, we're up in the Panhandle, right next to Alabama, so we're a distance from him.
Right.
So I'll be in Naples on this Wednesday. I'll be in Sarasota on Thursday. I'll be in DeLand, Florida on Friday. I'll be in Melbourne on Saturday. But when I come back from Asia, I'm going to be going back up through Gulf Shores. So Gulf Shores is very close to Pensacola. So you'll get a date on that.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mhm.
Awesome. Welcome.
And some
We'll
people
catch you
drive
there.
6 hours to get to an event, so you might think about taking a road trip and having some fun.
Well, Julie and I have connected via the internet, so
Okay.
she lives about 10 or 15 minutes away from me.
All right, perfect. All right, we have Betty. I see Betty on. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm in Rancho Cucamonga right now. And I'm in the restaurant here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful place. Rancho Cucamonga. I never thought about that being here. And now I have a couple on the line, and they just joined us a couple of weeks ago. And her name is Patty, and she's a yoga teacher. And also her husband is Edward. Are you guys there? And their username, screen name is Galaxy Note 8.
Galaxy Note 8. Hang on, I'm looking.
I just unmuted them.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Very grateful.
Betty, can you say something? And her husband, Edward, is a wonderful photographer and movie maker. So I'm very grateful to be able to meet them by Uber.
Okay, we're having a hard time hearing the lady, but anyway, please tell us a little bit about yourself. I heard you speaking.
Betty, can you unmute yourself?
Hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
We can hear you. Yes.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Well, my name is Pat. It's Betty because of my husband, and I'm very grateful, and I'm looking forward to achieving and getting healing results because I have so many issues with health. My gosh, I can't even begin to tell you how many things I've got going on. I'm just looking forward to healing and getting well. The business and everything else will be a plus and a bonus. But priority for me is to get well and heal and spread the news and spread the word and just promote, and hopefully I'm praying to build the business and continue.
All right. We have a hard time to hear you, Patty.
Oh, can you hear me?
No.
Your voice is faint on the call tonight. So I did hear what you were saying, and welcome to the team. And I know you said you were looking forward to the healing properties of redox molecules. I'll put it that way.
Yes. That's one of the objectives and thing that I look forward to, because like I was saying, I have a lot of health ailments and conditions and diseases, and I just want to be well and be healthy again and just live life, and building the business and everything else will be a plus, and it'll come as I continue to promote and tell everyone they can see what I was and what I've become and spread the news out of that.
Beautiful.
And I'm just looking forward. I'm just looking forward to that.
Wonderful.
Thank
Did you just get to meet David Silverman?
Not yet.
I saw his video a few nights ago when I first met Betty, and I forwarded that video to most of my family and some friends. And again, I want to give the product and have my family take the product as well, so then that way they can get well, because my family has a lot of health issues going on as well. So yes, thank you, and I'm grateful, like I was saying.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to the team, and we look forward to hearing your success. with your help.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Of course. All right. And Betty, I know you've been signing up people like crazy. Did you have anyone else on?
That's an understatement.
Yes, I know.
Derek, are you on? Because I don't know what's Derek's. Are you on? Are you on? Hey, Edward.
He lost connection. Edward lost connection. We're in the car. We're sitting here, and he lost connection, but fortunately, I didn't.
All right, all right. Well, okay. Derek, are you there? Because that first
he can't get on.
He lost connection, but he couldn't. He wasn't able to get connection.
He was on, but he lost it.
Yeah.
He was on, but he had to leave.
Oh, okay.
He got disconnected.
Edward, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm just figuring out what I want to do right now at the second by listening to everyone else, and I'm going to build an organization.
Wonderful.
I know it has all the great properties.
I cannot see you. I cannot see you guys.
Oh, darn it. I know it has properties and everything, but I think I'm going to build an organization.
All right, now I can see you guys.
Okay, of course, we're different routes.
Okay. All right. Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hi, Debbie.
Yes.
Hi, it's Tina Arbogast. I have a friend of mine, Kathy, who is on the call tonight, and I would like Kathy to introduce herself if she is able to unmute herself.
Spell Kathy with a C or a K?
With a C. And she's on a tablet.
She's on a tablet. Okay. I can look for names easily because they're alphabetical order, but if there's on a tablet, I don't know. Kathy, can you unmute yourself?
It'd be good to teach people when you're inviting them on ahead of time, maybe practice doing this once with them so they know exactly how to unmute.
Hello.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, I'm on.
There you are. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
How are you, Deb?
I'm good. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and why you looked at ASEA?
Tina was telling me how great this product is, and maybe it will help me with my diabetes and back pain. I have depression. I have anxiety. I'm always under a lot of stress. I just like to try the products and maybe join it and try to become a part of the team along with Tina and other ones. I'm 53 years old and I live in Lewistown, PA, and I have a 17-year-old daughter around Logan's age. She has also really bad mood swings, depression, anxiety. For the past couple of years, I was having a hard time with her because she had self-harm. She was trying to self-harm her, and then she would go into a really bad depression, and she would be crying and crying and crying, and it's just like I didn't know what to be doing for her, but she's doing much better now than what she was a couple of years ago. And
are you going to give her ASEA?
Yeah, I would like to try her on a product also to see if it will help her.
Okay.
Because her mood swings are very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't know how to take her. And the same way with me. I mean, I have really bad anxiety and mood swings, and Tina knows that. And
And that's one of the things redox molecules help your body with is the mood swings.
yeah, no, I mean, I get depressed because I can't work. I can't, do a lot because I have a lot of problems. I had so many surgeries done on my foot, and the doctor don't want me to work, to be on my feet a lot, and um, that's very depressing, because when you're going through a lot of pain every day, 24/7, wake up in the morning with pain, go to bed with pain, and it's a part of your life, and it's taken over my life. I cannot work. I cannot do really anything too much.
Right.
And it's very depressing, and I just get angry, and I start, getting mad at people when which I shouldn't be getting taking it out on nobody. But I don't have nobody else around. And it's just like I get very depressed, and now I want to sleep and sleep and sleep all day. And I'm on pain medicine, and that's not helping.
No. So we're excited to try the SEA because we know that will help it, and you'll start having more time and feeling better and being able to get up and move around, and that will start going away. So we look forward.
Yeah, and I can't really focus on anything. I have a hard time focusing, and I have a hard time understanding things. I forget a lot, and it just goes on and goes on, and it's horrible. I mean, it's just like I'm 53 years old. I want to be around, a lot longer,
Right.
and take care of my,
Forward to you.
Tina's going to help. Tina's going to tell you exactly how to take it, and just give it 90 days, and we don't sell hype, we sell hope. So just do exactly what she says, okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Nancy. How are you?
Hi, Nancy. I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. Hi, Dr. David. How are
Hi,
you?
Nancy's great presentation the other night.
Oh, yes, yes. I just wanted to share that experience. I just got home like an hour ago. We took off around 2:30 in the afternoon. We had a 20 minutes delay, but thank God we could leave on time. I just want to share with the team that we had Dr. David in New York this past weekend, and he came and helped me introduce the opportunity and the product to allow some people that I wanted to share the information with. And I could say that 95.0% of people got really interested in the business and in the product. Yesterday, I was so busy the whole day answering questions. I mean, people lined up just to come on board. This is an amazing opportunity. I learned a lot from Dr. David. I really, really want to thank him for taking time out of his busy schedule and come and help us in Queens, New York. Same here. And this has been a very amazing experience for me. I shared last time I was involved with another company for many years, and I feel so much different now. I mean, I'm so passionate about what we could do for humanity. At the beginning, as I shared with Dr. David, my main concern, and still is, don't get me wrong, is to reach to as many people possible to help people feel better, because I am feeling cured I was feeling certain things and I don't feel none of them anymore. That's my main thing. Reach out to people so they could get healthier, but at the same time share the business opportunity behind it. So my advice to new people coming on board is to look for the why. Why this person should listen either to the benefits of the product or the benefits of the opportunity. We need to look for that why. And once you find out the why of that prospect, then we approach them either with a product or the business opportunity. That's something that we need to know. Because sometimes you approach people with the wrong information and you're going to scare them away. So, again, thank you so much, Dr. David. I really, really appreciate all you did for us this past Saturday. And looking forward to see you very, very soon.
We'll see you soon, Nancis. And I just want to mention one thing, Debbie. Nancis came to a fly-in last week. There were about 30 people there total, networkers. And Nancy has network marketing experience, and we're going to do another one. I got to turn my, Nancy, tell them what you felt when you were there. I got to turn my thing off. We're taking off. Love you guys.
Safe flight. Bye. Okay, Davey, I don't know if you remember me. I joined in the call like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have experience. I did a company for approximately 8 years in New York, and I helped build the Spanish community and in New York and around the United States. And you know, it worked at the beginning, but I did not get the support I needed from the company. And my mom got sick here in the Dominican Republic, Alzheimer's, as I shared with you last time. And that was the reason I decided to move back home. And the company didn't have presence here, and I was not doing that good anymore because, again, I asked for certain support, which I didn't get, and I got disappointed. I was invited to go to Utah, and I don't regret it. I met so many wonderful people and down to earth. I loved it. I mean, these people were there for us. When we took the tour on the lab site,
Mm-hmm.
I went around and I noticed that there were some like brochures and pamphlets. Somewhere, some guy was like packing some products, and from far I looked and I saw some booklets, and I got curious. So I went to the guy and I started conversating with him, and I asked him, "Oh, are those pamphlets?" And he said, "Yes." And I asked him, "By the way, do you have anything in Spanish?" He goes, "Yes, we do. They have a brochure about the skincare line and also the water." And he shared one of each with me. Then when we went to the corporate site, I told this lady that I was interested in buying the booklets to bring them back home because I knew that if I was going to order them online, it was going to take too much time to get here. So all of a sudden, she came with this pile. I don't know, it was like more than 40 pamphlets. She called the lab, and I don't know how she got them to me. And I felt so special because, you know, everybody showed that they care. They care for you as a human being, and they care for you as an associate. And I've experienced, I mean, my experience was amazing and I don't regret it. So I could also tell people that if they have the time to go, don't think about it, just go.
Yes.
Just
It's
go.
very impressive to go to the headquarters and to see the
Mhm.
facility. And of course, they do treat everybody beautifully as humans. And that was first thing I noticed 9 years ago when I first started this company. Same thing. It didn't matter who you were.
Yes, yes.
So it will continue to be an incredible journey. And you're lucky. I mean, you have a very fantastic upline in David, and all the way up. They're all my upline at that point. And I had to depend on my team when I first got started. I only had 20 minutes, and it was during the day. So any time that any of my team needed help, I had to send them up to my upline, and they were just always there for me. So we do try to do that as much as we can. Our organizations have all grown now, but they are still there for most of the time for the people who really want to work and build their business. So, Nancis, I'm very happy that you've had such a great experience, and I'm glad you joined our team and that you can be there to help other people now and pay it forward.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Briefly, since it's the top of the hour and I don't like to keep people too long, I was going to go over a short training tonight because if you take the time to listen to the Malcolm Sword phone call, one of the things which we impress upon people and tell people every single year at the beginning of the year especially, write down your goals. He goes over a business plan. This is a business. As Angel was saying at the beginning of it, it is a business. You have to treat it like a business. If you've got a business, you need a business plan. And he kind of goes over a little bit about what that is. And so take the time if you are serious about this. I've been kind of astonished a little bit recently. I've done some trainings and people's goals were to be bronze and they didn't know what bronze looked like and they didn't know how to get there and they didn't know how much volume to have and how to get Director 300s. So next week on the call, David and I are going to go over the basics. We're going to go through all the ranks, the beginning ranks, what they look like, and virtually how to get there. Because like I said, some of these people had been in for several months. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that. That's not the point of this. The point is, if you've got a goal and you want to hit that goal, if you don't know, it's like if you want to build a table. If you don't know what a drill and a hammer and the nails and the wood or the glass or whatever you're making the table out of is and how to put it together, you're not going to have a table at the end of it. So it's going to be the same thing in your business. If you don't know how to put together everything to become bronze, how many points you need to have, how many people you need to have, how many Director 300s, what is a Director 300, how do you get them to Director 300, all that stuff, what's your personal volume, and what you need to be bronze as far as personal volume is, you will not ever reach bronze because you will keep missing it in one avenue or another. There's 4 steps that you need to have, or the 4 different items that you need to have to be bronze. So we are going to go over the basics of what these are and how to get there and how to achieve your goals. And I hope, like we said, that you go and listen to Malcolm Sword's phone call. It's stuff that we as leaders do all the time. If you want to build this and you want to build a large organization, you don't have to worry about it if that's not your goal. But if you want to build a large organization, go and listen to that phone call and start writing down your business plans. And I know I'll be working with some of the people that are doing that. So that's what we're going to go over next week. And we'll get through the introductions and stuff briefly so that we can go into that for you guys. And so when you're having a new guest on, tell them that we're going to give them about a minute. We'd like a minute to go over who they are and why they looked at ASEA, so that we can get on to the training next week, okay? So is there anybody that has any question or anything, wants to say anything last minute? Because I would like to let you go. It's 9:04, my time. Anyone? Okay. Well, thank you all for being on the team phone call tonight. I'm going to unmute everybody so that everybody can say goodnight.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Andrea, for sharing.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Oh, this guy will be great.
I can't.